What is going on? I'm Zedmont. Welcome back to the channel. Now, I said in the last video, I'll talk to you back when I'm in gold, and sure enough, we're in gold. Now, I've kind of got some fatigue on this season, not really feeling it at the moment, but let's place that extra flamethrower that I likely forgot, and let's just see what the heck we can do. Now, gonna go through my tech tree. Like I said, cannons and snipers at 4 because that's all we need them at. Rocket Choppas at max, been using those a little bit. Went back, got flamethrowers, went back, got machine guns. We've got heavies. We've got 3 engine rooms, obviously 4 actually. Troop, damage, building health also in there, and critters and shocks. Probably need to upgrade those shocks. My boom cannons are at max. I don't think that was the correct thing to do. They should have probably left them at 4. GBE maxed. Found that maxing out GBE really helped. Now, the reason back here heavies are maxed is because we are using heavy choppas. Now, heavy choppas, thanks to a huge tip from Orion, leaving them at level 1 is fantastic. I mean, when they explode, they drop 8 heavies, so it actually works out well leaving them at level 1. You don't get quite as much damage per second, but we're not using their damage anyways, so if you're running level 1 heavy choppas, do let me know. If you think that's stupid, also let me know. Don't really have to tell people that. They'll do it anyways, but figured I'd throw that out there. Now, building damage, I have been working on upgrading that. I've also used my keys to get along to riflemen. Not super sold on shock launchers. I'm more thinking going to 5 engine rooms now. How to get there is the question, because GBE and artillery is going to be a lot of tokens, so I'm probably just going to go up through boom cannons and get into that 5th engine room. But for now, let's just get some chests. I've been using a whole mess of troops, as you can see here. 1 boat of seekers and then some heavy and flying stuff. All depends on the base layout, and I'm probably going to screw up. By the way, speaking of screwing up, do let me know what you think about that fancy thing up in the top, trying to make things good. Just trying to give out some more info and all that sort of jazz. This looks like it's a mixture of flying and seekers. I'm going to switch this up just a touch, go something like that. I feel like I can get into that engine room fairly easily. I can also get this one, and this one on the left looks like it's just a complete and utter piece of cake. So, yeah, I find that I've just have been making mistakes. I went up against Danny Boy, longtime Telegram player, yesterday, and I thought I had won, and I threw critters on this last engine room. Then I looked back and went, oh, crap, I didn't get this engine room down. So we're going to go something like this. I'm going to go critter seeker. I can't say the right word. And then we're just going to go over here. We're going to get all of these planes over on this right-hand side, flying into where we want them, hoping to get that heavy choppa there first so it gets shot. And now we just need to make sure that our seekers are not going to die on either side. And at this point, we should be fairly golden, I think. I'm just not paying enough attention. Changing views, and now let's just flare. I mean, hopefully we can get there before all of the things blow up all of our things, and then just keeping the flare alive. That is the #1 mistake I kept making with Rocket Choppas, not flaring that last engine room. As soon as your flare expires, the Rocket Choppas find a new target, and 3:18 is a respectable time, not super duper great. This engine room layout, Joyeux, not a super great layout, my friend, my French friend. I assume you're French. Anyways, so, yeah, I mean, we were their boss battle, unfortunately, or they just went down. I can't remember at the beginning what tier they were, but on the plus side, we have moved up, and that means that we're guaranteed to get our next chest in gold, and that's all I really care about at this point. So, do let me know which troops you're using. I have been away, I have been busy, life has been taking over, and that's why I'm sorry yesterday's War Factory video did not happen as a result. So we are going to get rid of this extra boat of stuff. Let's have a look in here. They've got shock launchers. What I'm going to try and do is take out this engine room and then have my critters, seekers, come take out that top engine room. I think that will be useful and good. I'm also going to bring in a second boat of heavy choppas just because I feel like that could be somewhat useful. We're going to go one there, one over there, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, and then one into there. We're gonna drop some critters. I keep saying critters, they're not critters. And then shock something like that. And now as soon as this engine room starts to get a little bit of damage, there we go. We're gonna drop that over there. We're gonna drop some sea critters over there. See, I can't even keep critters and seekers. I just can't do it, folks. Those critters back there are just dumb. Hopefully that gets those seekers on the right path, though. Just trying to save ourselves a couple seconds. This is not going well, folks. Remember how I said we have level 1 heavies? Our level 1 heavies are... Our level 1 Heavy Choppa just got absolutely pummeled by this person's... what are those things called? Brain? Come on, brain. By their boom cannons. Their boom cannons just absolutely crushed all of my hopes and dreams. And now I probably should have flared that last boom cannon. We are just going to watch with nothing to stop them from just destroying our hopes and dreams. So, not a good attack. I said I was guaranteed to get my chest, and now I'm not guaranteed. So huge failure on my part. Clyde Bixby, where do I know the name Bixby from? Just crushing us, bringing in all sorts of heavies, and I want to watch that attack. Actually, looks like maybe they used seekers and heavies, or maybe we managed to shoot down one of their heavy choppas. Let's see what Clyde is doing, because clearly my attack was not worth the watch. Yeah, they brought in some heavy choppas. Okay, so I wondered if maybe they brought in... They're actually flaring, bringing in their heavies to clear the mines, and then bringing their seekers in, and not good. Now, obviously, seekers and... Seekers and heavy choppas are a great way to do things. It's called... The season is all about air, so I've been trying probably too hard to use my air troops. To be honest, I haven't used 2 boats of heavy choppas. I've been going more like this. So I might be trying to go square peg, round hole, but that's just how I want... I'm clicking buttons, but nothing's happening. So now we're going to go something like this. We're hoping to get rid of some of this stuff. Let's throw some shocks out there. And now we're just going to keep our critters pumping in and I don't know. I just feel like I am uninspired at the moment by all of the things this season. It might just be that my attacks have been bad, but I just am not really feeling this season all that terribly much. So do let me know if you've got some amazing strategies that are making this more fun. But overall, at the moment, I'm just in that lull, and I feel like that lull happens every single season where things start to slow down and you have to kind of lose to catch up a little bit, and it's very likely just me being impatient. So what do I need to do? I need to shock right there. As long as we can get rid of those last 2 buildings, we are golden. And then we can flare across the gap. Now, I have been doing some dumb things like flaring something like this and then flaring across, which has helped in certain occasions because it manages to get your troops slightly further from some buildings, and it gets you into some sort of free snipe area. I don't think anything can actually reach that far rocket choppa, but overall, I'm not feeling super inspired with any of my attacks. I've watched some attacks from Orion and Essie and Payday and Ali and some other beast players that are in our task force, but I don't know what it is. So please, if you've got some suggestions of some amazing attack strategies, for me, it's all about offensive power, and this season is less about flares and positioning and more about defenses and stuff like that, I feel, at the moment. So we managed to pull out a win against quadruple zeros. Pin number 0000. By the way, pet peeve of mine, pin number is saying number, kind of like saying ATM machine is machine. Stupid. I know, absolutely stupid. Let's see where we're going to spend our keys. Realistically, our machine guns are maxed, flamethrowers are maxed. Probably right in here makes some sense. You know what? Let's just do that. Let's get some extra building damage. Slow some of these suckers down. Mortars, shocks, tempting. Do let me know in the comments what you think I should be doing. We're just going to keep cruising along, hoping that our defensive layout's going to save us. It's not. My base is terrible. Also, if you have any comments, you know what? Let's click return. Let's come back. If you have any comments on my base, do let me know. Let's see what happened to 000. Gonna do this on 4x mode because I don't want to subject you guys to having to watch this. They're going bullet on the left with some seekers. Smart. Getting that. There's no flare though. I don't really know what bullet's supposed to be doing. I'm guessing they forgot to use taunt or a flare or something. Maybe they're going to wait for last second. So I feel like bullet was their downfall on this attack. Using taunt late, but I don't think that was my base. I think that was just poor play by quad zeros. So we're just going to keep moving along. Obviously, if you're trying to farm chests, losing troops, not ideal. So what do we got here? Seekers, not going to be super duper useful on this, but I find that using Seekers saves us a little bit of gunboat energy and just gets, they're basically free critters essentially. So that has been kind of why I've been using them. So we're just going to sneak into this right-hand corner and clear from there, I think is probably how I'm going to do this. So I'm going to go Seekers, Heavy Choppa, and then we're going to farm some free GBE using our Rocket Choppas because all of our Seeker dudes are going to protect us. Hopefully, they're going to be able to get that engine room down. Obviously, that shock launcher is going to pose a bit of a problem, but the Rocket Choppas are going to come in from behind as I tap 4 million times. I'm sorry, it's just a habit that I can't get rid of. And at this point, I think we're just going to be able to clear from this corner. I mean, once our Heavy Choppas get out front, they're going to start dropping some heavies. Just need to keep the train moving forward. Now, what can we do to speed things up? We can throw some critters right in there, just trying to keep all these. If we can get some of those buildings cleared, it's also going to help. So that is my goal right there. All of our Heavy Choppa coming across that gap. Rocket Choppa's hitting that engine room. Feeling not bad about this attack. Just need to get our next flare out as soon as we possibly can. Throwing critters, saving some gunboat energy for one more flare just in case. And 252. Remember, I think our first time was like 318 or something like that. So the fact that we're throwing a 251 up there, not awesome. Now, I just looked up at my replay and noticed that it's the banner up in the top is covering the number of engine rooms remaining. So do let me know if you find that annoying or stupid or a pain in the butt. Happy to move things, change things. I just wanted to show some of the goodness that's in the description and get that creator code up there and try to put it in an inobtrusive spot and not be annoying. So anyways, that is my video for today. Don't have a ton of time at the moment. Just letting you know that my warships season is progressing, but I'm kind of in the doldrums. I feel like this happens every season. I think every season I've had like a treading water video. And this is kind of where I'm at, just waiting to get to 5 engine rooms. I feel like 5 engine rooms is going to be a lot more interesting, exciting, fun, and we crushed them by over... Oh, man, video's not over, folks. We got to keep going. As you can see here, I'm winning with terrible attacks. Probably should keep pushing, but I just can't bring myself to do it at the moment, simply because of the fact that... actually, you know what? We're going to do exactly that again. I'm going to try to get that back engine room using our Seeker buds, and we're going to go something like this. We are up against someone with a top 500 statue trophy. I always use the wrong words there. And now that we're getting somewhat close to that engine room, I am going to drop this here. I'm also going to drop some critters on there, and now just need to get a shock out because all of this stuff is going to start ruining my days if we let it. So I don't know if I'm tempted not to use a shock over by those flamethrowers and stuff, but I don't know if I'm going to have enough oomph from those Seekers to get that engine room down. So this might turn out to be a poor, bad experiment. Yes, it looks like it was. Let's throw some critters over there. see if perhaps we can't salvage this a little bit. I think I probably should have used a shock, and as a result, we're probably going to lose. Need to get the heck away from all of that stuff so that we have a chance of using those critters while they're still there. So many mistakes here, folks. We are still... Oh, they retreated, though. So now we just need to take it super slow. And I gotta say, I have huge respect for anyone that retreats, because obviously you don't have to retreat. You could try and fool your opponent by leaving your troops out there and not retreating, and I would still be rushing. So this person, I don't know who you are. You've got... We're gonna find out soon. You've got a legendary trophy and the top 500 trophy, and you chose to retreat. You did not have to do that. So huge kudos to this person. I love it when someone does things like that, because they really didn't need to, and it might actually cost them the victory in the process. So huge kudos to them for doing that. I do recommend retreating, just not to be a douchebag, but they didn't necessarily have to do it until I had finished attacking. So well done. Sergio won third. We managed to pull out the victory, getting that next chest in gold. Thank you, Sergio, for doing that. That is just a huge, nicely done maneuver. Anyways, I've got some tokens, I've got some keys. Let me know what you think needs to be upgraded, whether it's going to be heavy choppas or mortars or shocks. My feeling is shocks. Also, if you think I should be going into this node, if I should be getting one cannon, two cannons, or one boom cannon, or if you think I should be going down through this road. Anyways, lots of questions there. Also, let me know what you think about the banner. Let me know how your warship season's going. I shall talk to you soon. As always, I'm Zedbot. Keep booming those beaches. Keep crushing those warships, blowing up those engine rooms. I shall talk to you soon. Peace!